Hello, it's Mindless Insanity 602 reporting to you with day 16's review of my 31 days of horror film reviews. And this one's probably going to be the most oddball one out of the bunch. Yeah, from all the stuff that I have reviewed and that I'm probably going to review for the rest of this month because we're almost halfway over with it. Anyways, we're going to be talking about a film that many people don't really consider a horror film. I consider it a horror film, so don't know if that breaks the criteria. It might. Don't know if it breaks the general consensus criteria or my criteria, because I think it's a horror film, and it's probably the most oddball one out of them. But hey, aren't all horror films have in their own special way kind of oddballs? Anyways, all horror films, whatever. But anyways, we're here with a review of Funny Games, which is a 2007 R-rated 111-minute crime drama thriller from Michael Haneke. Its 1997 original is a crime drama horror film, and they're both shot-for-shot films, so I don't really see why this film would, get the non-horror treatment when it clearly is a horror film. Sure, maybe tackled with a lot more intelligence than a typical horror film, but it was pretty much a horror film. Anyways, Funny Games is a film that it's a shot-for-shot remake of a 1997 film, which the director of this directed the original Funny Games. And yes, I have seen the original Funny Games. It took me a while. Yes, I have seen the original. And I gotta admit that I know it's gonna, aggravate a lot of people, but I think the remake is better. Just think it has better performances, better actors. Anyways, Funny Games starts off with a nice little peaceful drive to this guess vacation home where this vacation home, and it's basically we get this nice little music that's so awesome. Like the music cues in this film are like so fucking awesome. Like it starts off so nice, and then it switches, which is fucking awesome. I really like that. After you get that after switches from that, and then you get the rest of the film, where you just see shots of people putting away like their golf clubs, putting away their stuff, and basically putting away their stuff. And after they are put their stuff, they see there's this boy, very small, very clean cut, polite gentleman, who is there to help them. And then after incident, after they have that, and then they slowly, after a few requests for some eggs, they keep on getting a little bit more aggressive, and basically hold this family up for hostage. They They beat the shit out of the wife. No, they beat the shit out of the husband. They put a bag over the kid's head. They done some really heinous and fucked up shit. Fucked up shit. And after they, do some really heinous shit, that they still maintain a level of politeness about it, which actually kind of, adds something to the film. It adds some flair, which is awesome. I really like that. I like polite killers. I like polite killers. Anyways, you get them, and they basically torment the shit out of this. And you feel sorry for them. When Naomi Watts is screaming, when you hear the kid scream, it just tears your heart a bit. And after that, when, the kid goes over to the house of their previous victims, and he was about to shoot the guy, and the way the kid, interacts about it, saying, shoot it, shoot it. Man, it's so good, so intimidating. Then after you get that portion of the film, after you get that segment, after you get that, they go around, trying to, they go and, hostages, and then after that thing, after that, they, are just talking about the plan, and after they are talking about the plan, Naomi gets a gun, shoots one of them, and then this is one thing that kind of was a bit silly. I did not like, it didn't make sense to me at all. The remote segment of Funny Games didn't really make much sense to me. I don't understand what the point of it was in the context of the film. I just honestly, I don't get the point of the little, remote reversal thing, but whatever. Then after that brief bit of silliness, they dispatch their victims, and after they basically push Naomi's character in the water, where she can't escape it. She's gonna have to drown, and that's sad as hell. And after you get that brief bit of tragedy, after you get that brief bit of tragedy, you get to see them coming to the house, and of the people that were introduced earlier, and then you get the music cues and the look expressing that they're gonna, the shame shit that they did to this couple and the couple before them, basically like a trilogy. If you think about it, you get the first couple, the first group of people, which we haven't seen, and then they get introduced to this group of people, and then you get to see them get, you get the perspective of the people, the main characters, Naomi and Tim Roth, and the kids of them, and then it switches after, the people get dispatched, and, and Naomi's character and Tim Roth's character are trying to figure out ways to stop it, trying to get out to safety, but they capture her, and that there's a few scenes that I forgot to mention. Anyways, Funny Games, I really, really, without a doubt, Love Funny Games. I love this film. I love Funny Games. I think that's a really good flick. I enjoy, it's a really fucked up flick. It's a really fucked up flick, but it's just the way it's set up, it's pretty good. I like how the film, kind of immerses you into the story, gets you involved, and all in all, Funny Games is a pretty amazing flick. I like the characters. I even like those two fucks, those two crazy, deranged fucks. In this, and it's always nice to see Tim Roth in flicks, Tim Roth in films. It's awesome that he went from Reservoir Dogs. This is more fitting from a guy who's been in Reservoir Dogs and yeah, I think it was, oh yeah, in Pulp Fiction. This is a very fitting film. Not that incredible fucking Hulk film that came out around the same time this film did. That's not a very suitable film. This Tim Roth was absolutely pretty good in this film. I think that he did a pretty good job in his acting. I think that the little kid, they're both Naomi Watts' character and his kid did a really good job of conveying his emotion and how he feel and like how he gets so scared in this scenario. All the actors did a really phenomenal job in this film. I just love the style and the tone of this film. It's very dry. It's very dry, but it's, kind of a good way that's dry. Um, all in all, I fucking love Funny Games. It's yeah. I honestly think that the people who who hate on Funny Games, this version or any version of Funny Games, um, lack intelligence. In all honesty, they're probably a whole bunch of, brain dead droves who like to see fucking awful films like The Avengers. Um, see like shit like The Avengers or, um, I don't know, whatever, Full Moon or Asylum Garbage, whatever. This film probably goes over the head. I know it definitely went over the head my head. I know that it did because know that there's plenty of subtext in this film that requires many multiple viewings. This film really requires many multiple viewings. It's a phenomenal film. I really need to rewatch it, but rewatch it because it's just really a great flick. I love Funny Games. Anyways, the Blu-ray presentation's actually pretty good. Um, just in case if you're curious, it's presented in one of those crappy Echo cases where you have the exposed whatever. Don't know if I will, continue to fight that disease to the physical format. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. Watch Funny Games. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun shit. If you feel inclined to. I love every single one of you motherfuckers. You crazy motherfuckers. And you insane, crazy horror movie loving motherfuckers like me. I love every single one of you. You guys are fucking awesome. And see Funny Games. I strongly suggest it. It's a favorite of mine. Bye.